So it is looking more and more likely that it is Danny Rohl coming into the job. Hello and welcome to this video. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, I'd much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when video go live. So Danny Rohl, I think that's how you say it. I've got people to help me say it. Danny Rohl is coming into the job by the looks of it. Most media outlets are saying it now. And he's the person who Sicko beat for the job originally. Now, at the time of the interview being had, he was the German assistant manager. Now, his background before he became assistant manager is a video analyst. So I can see him, if he comes in, being quite hands-on with trying to have a look at videotape, checking what's going on, checking formations, being that kind of data and video format driven. Now, before people do what I've seen a lot of people do, I'm not the one bringing him in. It's not my call. It's not your call. This is Chansiri's call. And at the end of the day, we do not have a say in who comes in. I think this is the right man at the wrong time for this club. If we were like, say, it was like mid-table, or there was a change, or say a manager, we're mid-table, and say someone came and approached our manager and we went for that, I say this is a great appointment. I think right now it's a very big risk. And we know what Chansiri is like. He's a gambler. He loves to gamble on things. And this is a big risk. But I think with this one, if this one comes off, we have got to be patient with it. And the other problem is if this is a case of this is someone coming to rebuild, we've had three or four rebuilds under Chansiri so far. And each time they've either done really well or done really poorly. And you can only count on really one or two being really well in the first season he came in. I think under Darren, he did a good rebuild for League One. But at the rate we're going, he's going to have to hit the ground running. I think if he's coming in, it needs to be either announced today, not really Monday. I think it needs to be announced today, and then you press conference Monday, let him come in and do all the press stuff on Monday and get to work with the lads. He will have a full 2 weeks to get to know them. Now, the interesting thing, we don't have a clue who will be coming in as coaching staff because he's never been a manager before. This is the big risk. You're getting someone who's never been a manager before. Granted, I have said it, but I understand it's different. You look at Schumacher, wasn't a first-team manager before, come in and done a good job. You look at McKenna at Ipswich, came in, never done a manager's job before and does it. He's doing brilliant. You look at the Leicester City manager, assistant at Man City, never really done it as a manager. Now, the difference is those clubs have brilliant structures behind the scenes. They are set up behind the scenes really well. So you do have a person who's helping behind the scenes, so like a director of football or someone who's helping in that sense. We don't have that. If you're going to let him come in, he's going to have to build the structure behind the scenes as well. If this is your long-term thinking, Chansiri, you are going to have to let him build it and get it where he thinks it's right. I think under Darren Rohl, we were slowly starting to build that structure, and then it all got turned and flipped upside down. So it will be interesting to see how he comes in and how he does. One of the issues I've got is one of the things I can't do, like I did with the Oscar Garcia. I was able to go and have a look at formations and what he used to do and how that. There isn't really that I can look at that much. But speaking to a lot of Southampton fans recently, they've all said he was the brain behind the whole Hasselhütten situation at Southampton. He was a little bit the brains with all the tactics and stuff like that and helping with that kind of thing. So it's interesting that come from Southampton fans. Again, it's a big risk. And I know a lot of people want proven championship manager to come in and do this. I think in the position we're in, I think that's what in theory, I think that's something we should have. But I also like the idea of going down this approach. But I also think for the club and the man, it could be the wrong time for him to come in, but right man to have the job. He said in an interview he's done relegation scrap before, so he understands that. He's done promotion things, so he's done the international stage. Let's see what he does. Like, I got a lot of backlash backing Sicko, but you back a manager when they first come in. It's only when things start looking, you start seeing that they haven't got a way of changing it, that it turns, and that's basically what happened with Sicko. He wouldn't change it. He alienated players, and whoever is going to be, and it's looking more like it's Danny Rohl, he's going to give every player a fresh start. Every player will have a fresh start and a fresh way of dealing with it. Johnson's already re-registered, so that's a bonus. Granted, if he can get us playing like with wing play again, fantastic. If we can get crosses into ball, fantastic. I think we're going to, like I said, I think if this is going to happen, we are going to have to be patient. And I don't know how many people like that, but we are going to have to be really patient with it. And right now, excuse me, right now, I don't know how much patience this fan base has got with what's going on with the owner and everything. But again, we're not the one picking it. We have fans and are not the ones picking the manager. The person picking it is Chansiri. He has final say on it, and that's it. We can be against it. We can be for it. We can have our opinions. That's what I love about football. We all have our opinions, and that's great. But whoever comes in, I really, really do think we're going to have to be really smart with this and see how we do.